What's up, guys? I'm back talking sobriety with Colin, Morrison. Man, just heard some crazy news this past couple days. I thought it'd be good to talk about on this episode, just to kind of show you guys how bad addiction could really get. You know, I feel my story, I really hit rock bottom like a million times. I know a lot of addicts out there. I'm sure people out there right now, you guys know what I mean, how many rock bottoms you hit. And you think maybe, you know, how could this be normal, you know? Because I'm sure most people, when they hit a rock bottom, like 50% of what us addicts hit, they would fully change their life around. But being an addict to drugs or alcohol, it's a completely different kind of rock bottom. You know, you do just the craziest stuff. And like I said, for the normal person, they would change their life around. And for us, you go right back out and do it. You know, I hit probably 15 gnarly rock bottoms where maybe every single one of those you could almost write a movie about. And you know, so like I know that, and I know, like I said, a lot of people out there, you guys know what I mean. Because I feel like with this YouTube show, it's a really niche kind of deal. Like I feel that my audience are my fellow drug addicts and alcoholics that are hopefully in recovery, or you know, hopefully watching this to hear something and maybe to motivate you to change your life around. So yeah. Back to where I was going with this is one of my good friends, Grant Teel. If there's any motocross people out there watching, you might have heard of him. Back in early 2000s, he was like one of the first dudes to do a backflip. Gnarly dude, he was doing all the jump shows. This guy was sponsored by everybody. Like I said, first dude to really do backflips at normal freestyle shows. Now everybody's doing it, but back then there's probably only like 10 guys, and he was one of them, dude. Like super gnarly kid, up and comer. So back then I had my own house in Temecula, and I remember we were gonna do a NASCAR jump show at NASCAR in where is it, Pomona or Irwindale, somewhere down south. I don't even think. Fuck, where is it? I don't even care. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. So, anyways, we're doing a NASCAR jump show. We're the halftime deal. So it was me, I think Scotty Stevens and Grant Teel. I drove us all down there, and I remember we were warming up for practice, and I look back, I jump, and then Grant Teel, I remember seeing him, he overjumped it, ramp to ramp on cement, overjumped it, so gnarly. I think he got knocked out, he broke his leg. It was gnarly, you know, but we see that so much. He was like, yeah, just another injury. So yeah, he went to the hospital, and then at that time he was kind of couch surfing, so I let him stay at my house. And that's where the story gets crazy. You know, for a lot of dirt bike riders, you know, you either heal up and you know, go by the medication and try and heal up as quick as possible, get back on the bike. And I think this time, like, things just started to happen. He really went deep into the pain pills. Fast forward, he was getting really gnarly at my house, just really, really crazy. Not like to the point of going into my bathroom, toilet's here, he was peeing on my wall 3 feet away, like totally numbed out, drooling on himself. And I told him, I'm like, listen, dude, and I've told him many times, you got to get your shit together. And even though I was in my addiction, but I was a functional addict, I didn't think I had a problem, even though I did. So, you know, I kicked him out of my house in a nice way. There's a lot of shit that happened in that couple months. So he moved on. Anyways, he got a metal rod in his leg. He healed up. The doctor said, don't ride for another 6 months. He got on his bike, went to Ronnie Fife's house. First jump, came up short with the metal in his rod. Totally blew his leg out. Dude, it was so gnarly. His whole leg, like from the top part of the leg, went that same size all the way down to his foot. It was bad. Got infected. He didn't have insurance. And when you're riding professionally, you know, you're living through sponsors and your next jump show to get by. And, you know, getting hurt that long, he was really losing all his sponsors, losing money. And dude, so it was so crazy. But we saw him go from like being at the top, getting hurt at my house, to like, seriously, he was homeless. He started living on the streets. And like, it was a very slow, gradual deal to like being homeless. And then we were like, all of us in the freestyle community, we were tripping, we were trying to help him out. At one time he went to Mike Metzger's house to live with him. He totally just completely ruined Metzger's house, pissed him off, kicked him out, went to another guy's house, did the same thing. He was really starting to lose it. And then getting into more drugs, the whirlwind, it was really picking up steam, and it was so sad to see, you know. So like a year goes by, and I remember like now it's to the point like you see him with a gnarly like homeless beard and seeing him panhandle, and it's just crazy. Like this dude was like signing autographs with me, doing autograph signings, doing like on top of the world, and like I'd always bring him stuff, bring him food, bring him, you know, bring him bags of clothes, offer him stuff. He didn't want help. At this point, he was like pumped on being homeless, pumped on doing drugs, everything. It was so gnarly, so sad. So fast forward, that's when I go through my addiction. I go to rehab, you know, and a lot of shit happened in that maybe 4 years of when he was at my house, he got hurt, he got homeless. I went to rehab, I was gone. And then I'd always, you know, check in with all my buddies. Have you heard of Grant? And everyone said, dude, it's worse and worse. You know, he doesn't want help. But anyways, fast forward, I just got a phone call yesterday from my buddy Scotty Stevens, and he found out that I guess he got in a fight with some homeless guys, and the homeless guys pretty much like beat him up and killed him. They found one of our friends works at the morgue, and they identified him, and it was Grant Teel. He died. Yeah, it's just really sad, you know. It's sad nobody knows about it because he was homeless for so long. Like his name kind of faded away. Nobody knows. It's so sad. I don't think he had family. I don't even know his whole story. I know we tried to reach out to his mom, but it's just so sad. So I just really wanted to bring up his name and just show where drug addiction goes to, you know. I could have been homeless. I don't think I had it in me. You know, I don't know. I don't know. It could have happened to any of us. People out there watching this, if you guys are trying to watch this for motivation, you're going through addiction, like, it could happen to you guys. It's sad. It's so sad to see where drug addiction, alcoholism gets you. You know, it's either going to be that story. It's going to be what could have happened to me when I passed out of my truck and ran into all these cars and ended up in jail. I got so lucky, and a main reason I'm trying to give back so hard. You know, it's just really sad, you guys, and I just want, you know, take that story and just change your life around, man. Like, I went out to a concert last night. I go all the time. Before that, I went to all our Christmas parties, booze around me. I was filling up drinks, getting people drinks, getting in the mix, because I don't care. Like, for me, I am comfortable. I know I don't want to be drunk. I hate it. I look at people super drunk and I hate it, dude. Like, look at them, how much bullshit it is. Everybody, oh, I love you. You are so sick. Okay, yeah. Dude, it's fun being sober, and like when people are coming up to you drunk and you're just like hearing their bullshit and kind of fucking with them back. It's fun. I'm telling you, like being sober, going out to places when people are drunk, it's the best thing ever. Last night at the concert, when my wife went, my sister, they're getting drunk, they're having a good time, but on the way back, they pass out, they just want to go to bed. I'm up at 2 a.m., still fired up. Like, just, you get your life back and you have so much fun. You just have to find out how to channel your energy. For me, running, staying active, always staying moving, and you just realize, like, you feel just as good sober than if you were when you're drunk or when you're high. And you know what I mean out there, people. Like, when you're in addiction, like, you're not even doing the shit to get high anymore. It's just to make it. Why can't I spit this out? It's just to get through the day. You know, it's not even about getting high. It's just because your body needs that. Like, I remember when I was on heroin and opiates and Roxy's, Oxys, you name it. It wasn't about getting high. It was just about, I'd feel so much like shit. I couldn't get out of bed. It was the worst feeling ever. I'd rather shoot myself in the legs right now if I had to deal with that feeling again, running out of pills and coming withdrawals and like literally almost selling my dog to get the next fix, you know, like sad, but it's true. And it's not even to get high. It's just when you get that next pill, it's like Christmas when you're like withdrawn and you get your next sack of heroin pills, whatever it is. It feels like Christmas. You're so happy. And if you think about that, how disgusting that is, you know? But like for me, that was the best time of my life when I was coming off shit and I got my next fix. It was the best time of my life. It only lasted me for like a day, and then I'd have to go through it all again. And it was the gnarly, sickening, just sickening. I'm just sorry. I'm just thinking about, like, I kind of in my head went back to those times, and it's crazy that I never have to go through that again for today, because I'm not saying I'm cured. I'm never, and that's the thing in sobriety. You can't get sober and think you got it. No way. You won't. It's too overwhelming. You have to live one day at a time, and that's where it comes in. I can't think about the next 10 years. For normal people, you can. You like have your shit planned out. I'm gonna have a house. I'm gonna have a kid. Me and my wife, we get in a lot of fights about that. You know, like where we want to be, where I should be, and I tell her I don't know. 5 years ago, I had nothing to my name. I was in rehab. Now I have so much stuff. Like I don't even know what to do with half the shit. I'm giving out to my friends. I got everything. Fucking, I wake up like it's Christmas every day. I'm so happy. I'm so fired up. It's amazing. Nothing was given to me. Out of rehab, I got a job printing t-shirts for $12 an hour, and I had to borrow my buddy's mountain bike. Ashley would drive me, because I didn't have a truck, to my best friend's house, and during the week I'd spend the night at his mom's house. I would ride my mountain bike to the print shop, print shirts, $12 an hour, and started from there. I had a smile on my face. And this is after I'm used to getting paid thousands of dollars, riding in front of thousands, signing autographs, being the rock star guy. Put my ego down. Didn't have it. Printed t-shirts. Things happen. People see you're working hard, and things happen. So just no ego. Get that tail between your legs and just know you're powerless, and just work hard and things happen. And throughout the years, I got all these businesses, but I had to work for it. Nothing was given to me. You know, I don't know how I got so off. I have so much stuff to say. I think in some of these episodes, I need to pick one topic, and I really need to do that. And I want to, like I said from episode 1, I want to answer you guys' questions. So please, if any of you guys are even watching this episode, submit your questions to talkingsobriety.com and submit your questions. And let me pick out a couple. Maybe I got a really good guest next week, but the week after that, I'll answer some of you guys' questions. So yeah, sorry this episode's a little off. I'm just trying to express how good being sober is. Want to let you guys know that you guys can do it. Anybody can do it. And I really just wanted to bring up that story about Grant Teel, because it's sad. He's a forgotten soul, all because of drugs and alcohol. You know, he could have made it to the top. He was at the top, but drugs and alcohol robbed that from him. So yeah, it's sad. And Grant, I love you, buddy. It's just a really sad story. It could have happened to me. It could have happened to anybody out there dealing with addiction. But you guys can turn your life around right now. Trust me. Go to rehab. That was the only thing that helped me personally. I went to rehab. It was the best time of my life. If not, go hit up an AA meeting, NA meeting, CA meeting, whatever kind of meeting. Just go get involved. Go there and listen, and know that you go there and you know that you're not alone. You hear other people's stories and you're like, shit, like I'm not alone. And something you'll hear from somebody else speaking, it'll click in your head. And then, get involved in that program. And you know what I mean when you go there. Just go there, sit down, listen, and they'll welcome you with open arms every single time, and you'll know what I mean when you go. And a lot of people say, well, I went to one, it didn't work, it was bullshit. That's the thing. I went to about 10 meetings before I found one I like. I go a couple times a month. So keep going until you find one you like, because they're all not the same. They're all different, and you'll find one you like. So anyways, I'm gonna close it out of that. Next week I got a good guest. I'm sorry this episode was all over the place. I'm just so wish I had a magic wand to just help you guys, and just let you guys know how rad being sober is, and that you guys can get your life back. If you're watching this, just listen to me, dude. I know what he means. I want what he has. You guys can get it, all right? I'm nobody special at all. I rode a dirt bike. I wasn't even that good. And, I'm doing this. if this helps one person, I'll keep doing this forever. That's all I'm doing. I am not getting paid from any sponsors to do this. This was purely my idea. It's just another way to tell my story, bring other people on to hopefully help somebody out there that's dealing with addiction. Hopefully I can change their mind and help them turn their life around. So you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the comments. I love you guys. I'm out, and I will see you next time, all right? Thank you guys.